Christina Ballantoni is a senior reporter for TalkingPoints.memo. Christina, thank you for joining us. What do you think the impact's going to be of the fact that this guy went into a room with another politician? He doesn't think he is one, but he is. And tape recorded that person secretly, which is legal apparently in Nevada, but most people would consider that dirty pool to be taping a conversation. Your thoughts?
Yeah, that probably doesn't play all that well with the people of Nevada, but it also probably doesn't play well to be talking about your clout and your juice as well when you're supposed to be this candidate of the people. That high-priced Washington lawyer that he was referring to, Cleta Mitchell, I interviewed her today, and she said that she told the campaign to completely drop this. She told Sharron Angle not to push it further. She thinks it should go away because it doesn't make Angle look very good.
What? The fact that she's pushing, what is the Angle threatening? What was the lawyer threatening?
Well, essentially, the lawyer is basically saying to your candidate that you were just interviewing, why are you talking to us about all of these lawsuits that have been brought against you? Because the Tea Party groups have been fighting him for many months. They think that he's a Democratic plant. The guy who filed the candidacy for the Tea Party of Nevada, the official party, he was a registered Democrat many years ago. So there have been sort of Tea Party accusations back and forth about whether he's a real Tea Party candidate.
They're saying that this fellow we just talked to isn't the real thing.
Exactly, and they think that he's a spoiler. So on this tape, which reveals pretty clearly she also thinks he's a spoiler. She's trying to cut him some deals to get him off the ballot and to help herself. Well, I don't think that that's going to sit well with any voters. And if you heard a Democrat doing it, they'd feel the same way. Nobody likes to cut backroom deals. That's sort of what the Tea Party claims to be against.
You know, isn't it fun? I mean, you're probably new to this business more than I am, but I think you may know as much already. Isn't it amazing to hear politicians who are running as sort of outsiders all of a sudden talking in the language of Tammany Hall and back in Chicago? This guy's got juice. Is this Blagojevich talking and his brother? I mean, it sounds like that kind of conversation. You know?
It is pretty funny to hear it, but it's also a little presumptuous. You know, certainly if she wins this race, and if Joe Miller wins that race, and Ken Buck wins in Colorado, they probably will have a little bit of clout. They'll be able to influence the direction of the Senate. But if you don't win, you don't have anything.
Here's some more of the treasure trove. Here it is, Sharron Angle on Republican reaction to her primary win. This is in that secret tape by Scott Ashkin.
When I get there, there may be 5 or 6 of us. We've taken Lady Joe Miller as very real. Mike Lee, I think, is real. Ken Buck, I think, is real. I think that Christine O'Donnell is real.
She has no chance.
Well, I think she's real. I think that possibly Marco Rubio is real. That's a stretch from me.
Well, there she is again in the question of presumptions, vetting the fellow Tea Party candidates of the Republican Party, saying that she believes that Christine O'Donnell's for real, a real Tea Party, or she thinks Joe Miller is up in Alaska and Ken Buck is in Colorado, but she's not sure about Marco Rubio being a real Tea Partier. She's already vetting the national Tea Party ticket. It's interesting. Your thoughts,
it'd be funny to get all these candidates in a room and ask how many things they actually agree with one another on. You know, Joe Miller was quoted today saying he thinks there shouldn't be a federal minimum wage. You know, we obviously have exposed a lot of Christine O'Donnell's viewpoints. Christine O'Donnell and Sharron Angle actually share this lawyer, Cleta Mitchell, that we mentioned. Very establishment lawyer representing these two sort of anti-establishment Tea Party candidates. It's really hard to know how any of these candidates would get along if they all win, or who they'd really support from the Republican leadership.
How about this? The zillions of dollars coming in from right-wing, very rich business people helping the Tea Parties. They're not exactly the regular folk. Anyway, Christine Ballantoni, thank you very much for joining us tonight and talking about Nevada politics and secret messages.